Hey everybody, welcome to the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is episode 41. Yeah, got a special guest coming to the show tonight. Since people talk about, oh, you don't be having no pastors on here and stuff like that. So I found one. So I call him Pastor Corey. That's my dog, since we've been chatting and cutting up for the past couple weeks or whatever. I wanted to bring him on my platform and give a little about his life, and we're going to talk about, pretty much a lot of things, but I picked this particular topic since people walking around here not believing in karma. So we going to talk about it, and we going to get to know the man and stuff. So I can't wait to bring him on the platform and give a little backstory on himself, and it's just gonna be cool. It's gonna be so dope. But yeah, let me bring him in here real quick. Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up, brother?
Man, nothing, bro. Just chilling, man. Welcome to the show.
Man, thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on, man. I had to try to get
Man, no
situated
problem,
right quick.
man. Yeah,
Navigating, man.
yeah, I feel you,
Navigating as
man.
usual.
Yeah, man. I know we supposed to been done this, but a lot of things happened, man, on my side. So I'm just grateful that we finally is able to, finally get it popping, man.
Absolutely, man. Timing is everything, man. So all is well. I'm a navigator,
Oh,
man.
absolutely, absolutely.
That song is a real thing. That song,
I
navigating,
see you, man.
it's all me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I do is navigate. So you make
Oh
you
yeah,
modify and
yeah,
you adjust. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's all good, man. How you feeling?
man. I can't complain, man. To be honest with you, I was just at a crossroad right now because I was just like, going through losing everything, and then I had to realize that I've been through worse. And sometimes people talk about we don't need our past and don't think about the past, but sometimes you need to have a reminder of how tough you really are to get through what you're going through in the present. So I had to just do a little recap about the things I went through and be like, this ain't nothing compared to, the things that I lost that money couldn't get back. But, I can get it all back and stuff like that. So I had to really, you know, be grateful because I think that people have a problem with just what's artificial and what's superficial. But I'm good, man. I'm really good.
Word, word.
How about
Man,
yourself?
that's a powerful thing, bro. Seriously. So many times, I think that's the most powerful thing about overcoming situations and circumstances. Like you could either go through something and allow it to just really, like push you into a depression and stress and all that, or you can look at it with an optimistic attitude because once you come over that, the next time you go through, you know what I'm saying? So the next time you go through something, you got that to
Hmm.
draw from. You know what I mean? So I think that's powerful, man. That's a phenomenal attitude to have, bro. With that attitude, ain't nothing in life gonna be able to hit you, bro, that you can't recover from. Not that you ain't gonna feel nothing, um,
Yeah.
but you'll recover from it, man. I've lost people close to me, real dear to me, and then I would lose somebody again that's really close to me and dear to me, and I would draw from the time I actually overcame it and apply it to then. Like I've overcame colon cancer. You know what I mean? So trust me, I had COVID like in September. You think I was scared of COVID? Dog, cancer didn't kill me. You understand what I'm saying? So I had pulled and drew from the strength, the faith that I had, the optimism that I had, and the trust that I had in God when I had cancer. I just applied all that when I had COVID. You know what I mean? And so I've been there too, bro, losing stuff um, for different reasons. But at the end of the day, I've been in a place where I had to regain myself financially and all that different type of stuff. And so I just keep drawing. And just like you said, bro. So kudos to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Big ups, keep that attitude, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you, bro. Like, cause yesterday I was just celebrating my brother's anniversary, man. It's been 7 years since he had transitioned, and a lot of people who haven't been through that situation wouldn't understand how much it takes for you to regroup and just rebuild. I had to really rebuild myself from the ground up because I really felt that I was just lost because everybody really didn't understand like my family dynamic and how many years me and him was apart. We was like 13 years apart. So it was just like I was losing like a father figure. So I had to really like um find ways to cope with it. And when you just not knowing a situation until you get there, and you pretty much is reduced to surviving instead of living. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I just
Absolutely.
wanted to ask you about, was it something that you had to learn or something that you had to accept, that everybody didn't have like your heart or your mind or the principles?
At what juncture in particular are you referencing? Just
I'll just give an
with
example.
losing?
I would say like, yeah, just losing people. You say you lost a lot of people that was close to you. So
Hmm.
I wanted to
Hmm.
just give you like your feedback on how you was able to overcome that.
Well, you know what, bro? What I learned to do, because I used to handle it very, in a very unhealthy manner, man. Honestly, I used to go straight to drugs, bro,
Yeah,
straight to substances. Um, for a very long time, it was like clockwork. You know what I mean? And then when I lost my nephew in October 2011, he was 21, man, phenomenal young man. Just out of nowhere, he died, and that was the first time I didn't run the sub. I knew it. I'm like, dang, I ain't got high, I ain't got drunk. You know, it was what I had put on the inside of me, and I was actually practicing it prior to that happening. So the faith that I had in God and the Word of God, the time that I had been spending with God, those principles right there is what kept me, bro. And it became real. You kind of share different things with people. At some point, I mean, at certain times, it's words, right? Be encouraged, or I trust in the Lord, or trust in the Lord, and all this and that. But it became a reality for me, and I had to do it. And so
yeah,
those are the things that I did. I stood on the word, and it was in me already, and I was practicing it at that time, and it strengthened me. It was like having wet with the water. I didn't have to like uh, do nothing technical, right? I didn't have to go search the scriptures and read Bible verses on healing and comfort, and you know what I mean. It was what I had put on inside of me, and it activated when I needed it. That's really what it was, bro. It activated when I needed it. So when I lost him and I responded that way. Um, Ironically, I lost my mother like 4 or 5 months later out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah, sorry to
visited
hear
my
that.
auntie in the prison
Yeah.
and just thanks, bro, and gave my auntie a word from God and just expired right there in the joint in the waiting room. And so that kind of threw me um, even worse. But the same response happened. Recently lost my best friend in September, September the 3rd. Um, Evangelist G, Grenard Johnson, man, big it kind of brought all that stuff back, um, the wounds and stuff like that. And so overall, I would like to say, bro, what I did, in addition to the principles of the word and having the word in me and just tapping into what was in me, also I allow myself and still allowing myself to experience it, man. You know what I mean? Like all the emotions that come with it, all the thoughts and memories and pain that come with it, allowing myself, not finding myself demonstrating what you call emotional balancing. Like so that's like categorizing
Hmm.
emotions all the time and saying, this emotion is bad, this emotion is good. No, no. It's not always whether this emotion is bad or this emotion is good. That's how you channel your emotions and respond to them organically and allow them to do what they're supposed to do. And then, over a period of time, you start healing, man. So like I want to say, just summing that up, just standing on the word, tapping in what was already on the inside of me, and also allowing my emotions to actually do what they were created and designed to do in me. You see what I mean? So whenever I was hurting, I allowed
Yeah.
myself to hurt and then try to smoke it away, drink it away, snort it away. You see what I'm saying? Whenever I was having memories, I don't try to erase the memory because I don't want it to make me feel some type of way. I embrace the memory, right? Whenever I'm feeling good about it. Sometimes
Hmm.
people be feeling good, they have good emotions, or they have emotions that make them feel good during the time like that, and they don't even think that's right. So they do something to make themselves feel down. So you got to just allow that stuff to be organic, bro. You know, ain't no textbook to it.
Yeah.
I practiced as a therapist for about five
No.
years, and we like to textbook everything. Ain't no textbook to it. Ain't no textbook to it.
Right. And I'm glad you said that because like we lack the empathy nowadays, because I don't know what it is, but a lot of people just don't think that people feel anything anymore or have feelings and this and that. And I like to pretty much express my feelings and express myself because I'm also a hip hop artist as well. So I like to,
Mm.
always like anything that I do, I always like to show depth into what I discuss and what I talk about. Because for a minute and for a while, I didn't really know how to grieve. I really didn't know how to let everybody know that I was hurting because I was just the strong friend and the strong individual that people depict whatever they see me, but I was really no good for anybody else or for myself. So I was able to, find a balance and just really step up to the plate because everybody isn't used taking certain responsibilities because they got in that comfort zone or been like or accepted a position a long time ago. So when you're like the type of child, because I'm the youngest, I'm the baby boy, I'm my mama's kids. So when I lost my brother,
Or
I had
I know
to
what that's like.
pick up his place. Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I can answer the call, but it just allowed me to really not think about it so hard or feel like that just like stop overthinking it so much And come to find out, like this was something that I was really prepared, well, really preparing myself to do, even at a younger age. So it didn't get so hard. But sometimes I like to just, be in the cut sometimes and be able to, focus on me. But since I have been through a traumatic experience as far as that, um, I think I worry about things I shouldn't be worrying about. And I'm working on that. And just with this platform, bro, I just try to explain to people, like even me as the listener or as the podcaster, like I have insecurities, I have flaws, I have, things that I'm working on as well. So it's a fair exchange.
Word, word. That's real, and that's crazy, man. Uh, I'm the baby boy too, man, and it's crazy how we got that in common. And in addition to that, experiencing a loss where our families happen to like turn to us, like being the baby boy, like me and my mom. Like my mom was so humble, bro. Like she came to me about the word of God, even though she the one ushered me into the word. You know what I mean? And when she died,
Hmm.
a lot of people was leaning on my shoulders, and I'm the baby boy, But I had to hold up the mantle. I had to pick up the mantle and hold it, and I've been doing that, man. You know, psychosocially, emotionally, and spiritually. You know what I mean? As the baby,
Hmm.
I had,
Yeah.
it was humbling yesterday. I was here in the church. I'm at our church right now. I was here at the church preaching the gospel
Okay.
of the kingdom yesterday, talking about iniquity and different things. And my sister, the oldest, came and I looked up and she was walking in the back of the sanctuary. You know what I mean? Coming to see that, and it's like that's how it's been, man. Me stepping in and really having to be, and not perfect, but having to really be kind of like what my mom was, man, like the spiritual foundation of the family, man, and not even just spiritual stuff, bro. Just like I said, psychosocial, emotionally. I got cousins galore and
Hmm.
aunties and family members galore that everybody loved my mom, bro. It took me a long time to even get an opportunity to grieve because of that. You know what I mean? Because I was the one that had to be strong for everybody else. So I feel you, bro. I feel you. Thanks for your transparency too, man. I like your approach to the conversation. I think uh, sometimes people have a preconceived notion of how something gonna be, man, and especially somebody creating their own platform. A lot of times when they start doing that, they put themselves out there to be, uh, they're not transparent and vulnerable like you allowing yourself to be, bro. So
Yeah.
my hats off to you, bro. That means a lot to somebody like me, cause I'm real intrapersonal too, bro. And we was taught, like, especially black men, we was
Yeah.
taught coming up, like, interpersonal means weak, soft. You know what I mean? Just because you feel and you
Hmm.
able to identify how you feel, that don't make you weak and soft. You know what I'm saying? I bet you won't try, Big Will. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh no, they won't. No, they
yeah,
won't.
don't try me. Don't try me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But that's what's up, man.
Yeah, bro. Man, no problem, man. Like the one thing about my show is that the mask comes off. And being on my show and being on my platform, bro, like this is the freest and safest place that I go to. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I need to um, shake the demons off and, I have a force field around me and to try to keep everybody, feeling good and feeling comfortable, just like, Christ did, when, walking into towns and, you know, meeting people that's considered undesirable or scathe and, people that will be considered like a nuisance and this and that. But, he went to those people he wasn't always around the people that, cheered him on and this and that, but he really made an impact with those type of people that was considered done and broken and defeated and
Word,
stuff. And he,
word.
ministered to them and picked them up and loved them unconditionally. And that's what I do, because I don't just basically treat certain individuals like what they used to. I try to humanize a person because I understand like everybody has this particular alter ego, what I'm saying, to protect themselves and protect their energy and protect their circumference and whatever. But I like to really dig deep into a person's mind, body, and soul so I can, just be able to, leave every episode with a message and with um, I would say a motto or a lesson, of course, but I really, when I first pretty much met you and everything, I was just like very happy, like of just how we just, touch bases and stuff, even though it was on an elevator, but it was just like, I wasn't even expecting that. It was crazy, because you told me where you always be, but
Word,
right now, like you
word.
just pop in, like, oh
Like
snap,
5 times though.
hey. Yeah.
Like 5 times though.
Yeah.
What happened there, bro?
And that was cool, man. Like
Word,
it was cool because, man,
word.
like, I really been going through that, man. I really been going through a lot, but just the fact, like, certain people, um, auras or energy, just, you know, that frequency just hits you. And I was just like, man,
Mhm.
I know I'm going to have a great episode when we finally do our episode just by how we met. And it was just brotherhood. It was love. It wasn't like no meat mugging. It
Word,
wasn't no like, hey, like, what's this, what are
right,
you staring at me for? But I just think that when it comes
right.
to us as being, who we are and what we stand for, bro, like a lot of people can learn that everybody isn't out to get you. Like we don't gotta have this notion of like just bad vibes or bad frequency and everything. Everything,
Right,
you know, I come in peace type thing. And
right, right, right.
I also wanted to know that what made you decide to, become a pastor?
Um, so I'm gonna be technical. All right, I'm not a pastor.
Okay.
Uh, a lot of times, a lot of times, uh,
Okay.
I don't even correct people, man, because I kind of know why they say that at that time, and at a particular time. I done went to people churches and preached, and they'd be like Pastor Corey and different things like that. I don't really take the time out to go through all that, man. Some people might say, "Don't be letting people call you a pastor. You not a pastor, man." Listen, man, it ain't even that deep. They saying that for a reason, all right. But
Yeah.
but technically, I'm an evangelist, man. I'm a licensed and ordained evangelist.
Okay.
All right. What
Okay.
made me like, honestly, let me give you the fast version of how that happened, because that
Okay.
wasn't a
Okay.
decision that I just that wasn't like how some people aspire to be something. Like you just asked me, what made you
Yeah.
want to become a right? Nothing made me want to become
Hmm.
an evangelist. That didn't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? For me, it
Okay.
was I had cancer in 2018, July. At the end of July, it was taken out of me. By the end of that year in December, I was at this church on James Street, 907 James. I was in this church on a Friday
Okay.
night at a lock-in. And at that prayer and fast and lock-in, I had demons cast out of me. Two angels showed up. I had one spirit cast out of my stomach, and I roared like a lion. Okay, there was witnesses, at least 20. Okay. And after all of that happened, I had an outer body experience. I know I wasn't tripping because the woman of God saw me and told the people when she saw me. I got a video on YouTube that's explaining all of this in detail. And then after all of that happened, the woman of God said, listen, God just told me to tell you, talking to her husband, which is the pastor. God told me to tell you to ordain this man, and he said, do it now. Now, watch this. I didn't belong to the ministry. They didn't even know me, bro. Listen, look at me. People don't walk around ordaining people. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
Especially not in their 70s.
Yeah.
They're in their 70s, bro. They ain't playing with God. And so, how did I become an evangelist? What inspired
Hmm.
me? Submitting to the call of God. God called me. He commissioned me that night, December the 28th, 2018. And he began to confirm and reaffirm that's when he was commissioning me as the office of an evangelist. And that's how I became an evangelist. And he told me, he said, go forth. He said, cast out demons, cleanse the leper, heal the sick, and raise the dead. And I'm telling you, about less than 2 months later, I was in Flint, Michigan in February of 2019 doing just that, casting out demons, laying hands on the sick, raising the dead spiritually. You understand what I'm saying? And he put a stamp on it. So he let me know, not just this one experience. And then I read a letter from my mom about 3 weeks later that verified it too. So how did I become an evangelist? Or why did I become an evangelist? That's why. God didn't, he had been talking to me for years. You know what I'm saying? But he put a stamp on that thing one
Yeah.
night. But I was waiting for some man. I was waiting for different pastors and men to approve of what I knew he was telling me, and none of them would see it. They wouldn't. You know, I ain't gonna even get into all that, but they wouldn't see it. And so I'm a person that like order. I like to try to respect order and authority, and it wasn't even about no. Well, God told me. I just to submit to it. I'm like, okay, forget it. It's all good. But God saw fit. The Most High God, Yah, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right.
Hmm.
He saw fit to make
Yeah.
sure that I understood this what he was calling me to do, and he was doing it now. So what inspired me to become an evangelist? That right there. And it ain't been no perfect road. Some people probably think if they had an
Right.
experience like that, they just took off and they just doing it and just da da da. Bruh, this has been a ongoing developmental embracing of who I am and who I'm called to be. And I have reached a place where I'm embracing it more now than ever. But I've grown so much in these last 3 years of it, bro. And just in these last 3 years, you know what I mean? Yes, like I've cast demons out of folks. But guess what? I learned that I need to deal with Corey. So, when you get into spiritual matters and things of the spirit, it's easy to drift off and be stuck there because, like, you really experiencing the unseen. And that stuff it's not typical, bro. You know what I'm saying? A textbook can't teach you that. And knowing this is what you're experiencing. So, I had to develop and grow and grow. I'm in a place now where, all I'm concerned about is really not all I'm concerned about, but the majority of my concern as an evangelist, as a man of God, as a dad, as a person, right, is developing the healing of my soul, my mind, my intellect, my imagination, my emotions, my will, the seat of my desires, my will, right? Being concerned about what's in me, bro. So that's the thing that I like to put out in the forefront now, not the deep spiritual things. Nothing wrong with that, and those things matter. They're very relevant, but I just want to put that out there since I noted that aspect, because a lot of times people get caught up on that aspect of a person when they hear that, oh, you casting out demons, and yeah, yeah, but guess what? I had to deal with them in me too.
Yeah.
It's 100.
Yeah, man, that's dope. And when I tell you, I felt like I had a burning bush story myself. Um, I coming out with a mixtape called Exodus and everything. And everybody asked me like, why that name, why that theme and stuff. So one of my favorite movies, man, is The Prince of Egypt, bro. And the burning bush scene is pretty much like my favorite sequence in the movie when Moses go, follow the sheep and everything, and then he stumbled
Mhm.
upon God, and God, talking to him and everything. And that movie really doesn't get a lot of credit because it really was like way beyond his years as far as like animation and stuff like that. But even as a kid, like I was just so moved by that. It's just the fact that a lot of us really make excuses of why we don't answer the call when God called us to do something. And I really believe that we all have a call and we all have a purpose in this life that we live. And that's pretty much what brings longevity as far as like the legacy thing and stuff. But, I know that my body can't be here forever, but my voice and then my music or just my show and whatever I have done to impact people, that will last longer than I will. But I just wanted to just like use that and put it into like a concept that, I'm pretty much freeing this whole mindset of, because we pretty much from the same place. So, the what Saginaw is consist of, and I wanted to just, take a few individuals that wants change and want peace and prosperity, and to all of us come together. And I just tell people all the time that even though like we are our own like separate superheroes and stuff like that, we can be super friends. You know what I'm saying? Be a unit, be as one.
Is you
And
getting
I just think
feedback,
what I'm
bro?
doing, um, you say, am I getting feedback?
Yeah, it's like I'm hearing you twice.
Oh no, I sound fine. I don't I don't know, I don't know. But
Man,
okay,
that's
is it still
crazy.
doing that?
Maybe it's my Zoom.
Yeah, you probably have to pretty much, move into a different spot. But well yeah, man, I just wanted to just um use what inspired me into now, put what brought me into like tears and stuff like that as a kid, and put it into now. And I really think what I'm doing is really monumental. It's historic because what I'm about to do is really about to um, really bring attention and show everybody that we can all come together despite where we from and despite what we believe in. We all can just come at like a different goal, but same message and everything. And I wanted to holler at you about that too. Like since you do, music, man, I wanted to try to get a gospel artist on my tape. Can you hear me?
Change. Say something.
Might check one too. That's
Okay.
better.
Okay. It may be my Bluetooth. Might be in my Bluetooth, man. Nah, that's crazy. Look, I'm gonna come out and come right back in, bro.
Okay.
It's still, yeah, it's still doing this. It's like after I talk,
or after you talk, a couple seconds later, I can hear us again. And it's messing me up. Hold on.
Okay. Just okay. Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. We having a good time. We just, chopping it up. Feel free to comment. Feel free to ask questions. It's all good. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Good dude right here. So, hope everybody enjoying the episode and enjoying the message of the episode, the cadence of the episode. So, been waiting to do this for so long with him. Love the positive vibes, positive energy. It's not easy to find good people. And when you find good people, you just appreciate the realness of them and what they have to offer. So, yeah, I'm just grateful for everybody who just, tune in and who got my back, who love me unconditionally, who wants me to win. I really appreciate y'all because I do this for you guys. I don't make a lot of money doing this, but I do it because it's my calling. So I hope everybody really feel me when I say that I appreciate y'all because I do. Yeah, I just really humble, really grateful for just you guys.
All right.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy, man. It was sounding, man. Listen, I'm like, the old folk would have been deep. Oh, that's the devil. The devil is a lie. That's the demon messing with the airways. He the prince of the power of the air.
Oh, I can imagine, man. But
Ooh, we
woo,
didn't swore that was a demon, boy. You hear me?
get the oil now.
Yeah. That would have been like, how about a couple of shandas and a couple of hundas? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. So
So
you pretty
listen,
much heard what I was saying.
yeah, I heard you
Okay.
twice. I couldn't help but hear you. You hear me? Anything I missed the
Yeah.
first second, it came right back in the next second. But I think that's phenomenal with the music and your reason, your motivation, the inspiration behind the music. And definitely, man, I would love to do something. We probably when I drop this next book this month, bro. Yeah, I'm dropping another book this month.
Hmm.
When I drop this next one, you're gonna really want to. We're gonna probably want to come back. I want to actually. I want to get on as many podcast shows and all that as possible because the next one is something that we just don't deal with when it comes to music. You know what I mean? And so I'm with it. I think music is a powerful force. The next book is called Does the Music Matter? Power, Perception, Persuasion. And it's really a psychology textbook on music. That's what it is. It's really on a
Hmm.
collegiate level, and it really talks about how music impacts the behavior, the mind, and the emotions. And it's a lot of controversy behind it. I already know before it even come out because I know how people feel. I've been talking about this
Yeah.
for years, but I decided to sit down and put it in a book and not just make it my opinion. I got at least 100 scholarly peer-reviewed references, and the book is in APA format. It's a real,
Hmm.
it's like a psychology textbook, bro. So it's not just a read. It's not just some read. It's a real book. You know what I mean? But I would love to accept that invitation on music because I'm trying to engage other people, whether they could be of a different faith. It don't make me no difference. You understand? My goal, even with my music, I call it life music. You know what I mean? I don't call it gospel music. I call it life music because you're gonna get
Yeah.
my life. And anything I do is gonna be about life. And when it comes to the gospel of the kingdom of God, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. You know what I mean? And for me, I like to do music, and you might hear Jesus a lot in the music, in the song. You might not even hear Jesus' name in the whole song. You know what I mean? You might hear me quote a scripture or
Yeah.
two or 18 in a song, or you might not hear no scripture being quoted per se, verbatim. Okay, so it's life music. It's about life. Jesus Christ of Nazareth in the Father, Yahuwah, Yahweh, or however you want to pronounce his name, Jehovah, the Most High God. They are a part of my life. The Spirit of God, the Bible, it's a part of my life. It's something that's relevant when it comes to Corey because that's a part of Corey life. So you gonna get that in my music. You understand what I'm saying? And not to mention, I like to glorify the Lord with my gifts because that's the only reason why I got them in the first place. And so I love to engage others. Though you could be from the nation, you could be uh, I don't care what you is. You ain't got to be no title of a faith base. If you want to make some positive music that has a message that's going to help people and benefit others, I'm with it. Now, what I don't do, and people they can judge me all they want. That's what they gonna do. What I don't do is the double-minded stuff. I'm not trying to really get on
Hmm.
the record with you, and on one record you promote murder, death, gangsterism, and we doing, and then you want to hop on a record with me, and then we talking about fighting against that. Like, which side you on? That's the double-mindedness of a lot of hip hop subculture artists. You would get a cat with one positive song, but then all they other songs they ain't talking about, and ain't no substance. Like Kanye came with Jesus Walk. You know how much filth you had to get to the song Jesus Walk. You know what I'm saying? You know how many songs you had to hear about booty and a bunch of flip, flying, flip before you actually got to the song Jesus Walk.
Yeah.
And all them
Yeah. I get
carnal,
it. I get
all
it.
them, all them carnal churches, carnal pastors who was all about self, had him coming to their churches and had him doing big concerts and all that just because he made one song about Jesus. But all the other songs about the devil, demonic stuff, and all that. You understand? I don't really like doing that. Now I
Right.
will on occasion be willing to so it's not a box. I try not to box. I try to do more being led. You know what I'm saying? So but as a normalcy and a principle, I don't get down like that. I don't get down like that because it's counterproductive. I don't do music like you. You just gave an example of why you do music, right? It's a reason behind it. It's not because Will want to be somebody. You see what I'm saying? Will already understand he's somebody, sound like to me. And so I'm the same way with music, bro. I don't do it to become somebody. I do it on purpose, with purpose, to achieve a particular purpose. You know what I mean? And so that's how it is with the music for me, man. But I think it's a great thing to bring brothers together and utilizing the art form, various art aspects of art when it comes to music. Nothing brings people together like music, bro. Whether you're listening, whether you're artist, the artistry of it, composing, music is phenomenal, man. And so I would love to. And get matter of
Yeah.
fact, if you want to, bro, like I got a soundtrack we putting together for that book too. So we working on the soundtrack for the book I just released, the memoir. Well, we doing one for that one too, bro. If you want to, you can hop on there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
just let me know, man. So I'm
Yep.
always
When we get off,
down to collab, bro. Like,
when we get off, text me your email address. I'll send you the instructions. I need you to really read what I send you. It's like a piece of the introduction of the book. It's to allow you to feel the the vibes and the spirit behind the book. It's not really a like some people probably thinking it's like a Christian spiritual. It's not that kind of. It's really a psychology book. Okay, it's based mainly on science and evidence. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to get it right. So read that. Look at the instructions. I'm working with one producer. I got his phone number, his email in there. You know, he got libraries of music for days, for years. Okay, from past 2013 to now, and he's nice with it. Shout out to my boy Adam J. Dab, what it is, baby. You know what I mean? Him and the homie Dre Millis, man. So, man, they people sleeping on them guys too. They veterans in this thing. So, but he got the music. He's gonna do all the recording, the mixing, the mastering, and all that. You ain't got to worry about the track, none of that. You know what I mean? So just shoot me your email. I would love to have you be a part of the project, man, because we really creating a movement, and I don't really want to turn this session into that because it's like it's a session in itself, man. But just to wrap it up, we creating a movement with that book, and I would love for you to be a part of that movement because of your spirit behind your attitude with music, bro. We ain't got to agree on everything in life. You know what I mean? Just what we have to
of
agree
course
on,
not, of
though,
course not.
is the spirit and the heart and the attitude behind music. You know what I mean? That's what we have to, and
Yeah,
I think we're there. You know what I mean? So I would love to have you though, bro.
yeah, yeah, man. No problem, bro. Like, I would love to. I would be honored because, just like what you said, I think a lot of people have a problem with um, compromising with other people because um, I heard this one thing before. They said that it's hard to get black men to agree upon something because you put 10 black people in a room, it's gonna be like at least two or three that will pretty much will be argumentative and will try to, you know, convince that they're right and you're wrong and everything. And I had told people this. I had told people, even the people I work with, um, people I brought on the show. I had a lot of people criticize me for interviewing certain people, certain individuals, and I got certain individuals on my tape that a lot of people don't vibe to or don't like or this and that. I ain't thinking like that. If anything, we won't have the same liberties or the same rights that we have today if somebody didn't disagree with how things was going with the Jim Crow thing or how things was going against with okay, how come they get to ride the bus up front and I got to sit in the back? I don't think that's fair. But it took, people to do that. It took a lot of people from who don't get mentioned in the history books to get those particular laws changed. And that's what I'm about. I may not like you. I may don't see eye to eye with you on certain things, but if I feel like you have a plan or you have a strategy, then I can work with that. I can, you know, offer my prestige and this and that and my expertise and this and that. So that's
Absolutely,
what I'm about. I'm all for
absolutely.
building and working with positive people and just
Word,
whatever, type of common ground we can come, I'm willing to do.
word, word. And man, you know what? Just
Hmm.
adding to that, bro. I feel like people don't have to see things the way I see it for me to really try to vibe with them. And in addition to that, it's like
Hmm.
if I believe I have something valuable for somebody else, well, the only way I can, well, not the only way, but one of the ways I can impart that into them or allow them to experience something that can something I have is to be around them, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, be around them, vibe with them, do something with them, interact with them. Excuse me, not like put myself over there. Excuse me, where I'm untouchable from them, or where I'm better than them because I understand this and they don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I don't all the way put myself in a box like that when it comes to the principle that I laid out there. That's just an overall thing that I stand by. I do compromise on that sometimes. I may do a feature with somebody who, on some of their songs, they might use a little profane. You know, they might talk about a little of this.
Hmm.
But guess what? You know, let them fool with me for long enough. Let me breathe. You understand what I'm saying? How can I even
Yeah,
present some and help another brother if I ain't around him sometime, man? You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, if we kick it there, I could drop some seeds on you, water them boys all types, and
yeah,
then allow the increase to come and the fruit to bear wherever it may, whenever it may. Because it ain't about me going around trying to change everybody anyway. I don't do that. I'm a change agent. I'm not a changer. There's a difference. You
yeah.
see what I mean?
I like
And
that.
so
That's good. That's
you know,
good.
if me and another brother can kick it, you know, he might be saying a bunch of flip on his records. But if he can kick it with me a little bit and allow me to breathe on him and I could share some different things, maybe I can give him another perspective he hadn't thought about. Even when it comes to music, I'm telling you, like when the book come out, the book cold, bro, and it's not even saying, it's not really even directing at a certain type of music. It's just getting you to think about the gifts you got and the power behind these gifts when it comes to music. But one thing I can't stand with, and I say this on live in front of the peoples and whoever watching, I can't
Hmm.
stand gangster rap music, bro. I can't stand it. I hate it with a passion. Not reality rap, gangster rap, and I define gangster rap as rap music that promotes gang bang activity, murder, and anything that go along with it. Why? Because you are an evangelist, because you believe in Jesus and go to church? No, it ain't even gotta be that deep. It's because I'm a human services professional. I have been for 16 years. Since I was 25, I've been working with real humans. You understand? Mainly young people. And I hate seeing young people murder each other. I hate seeing older people that's my age murder each other. I hate seeing middle age, 20s. I just hate us see it killing each other, bro. With a passion, I hate it. You see what I mean? And so anything that promote it ain't that I
Yeah.
blame gangster rap on everything. It's just I don't respect it, bro. I don't respect nobody that sit up and get money and bread and fame and riches off of the promoting of the perpetuation of the social ills that we already got without the music. We already facing certain things in this country without the music. So then you're gonna add some powerful music to it, put a beat to it, and say "kill a nigga" and glorify it.
Mm.
Not you grew up around
Right.
seeing it. That's one thing, bro. That ain't promoting it because you share your story and you talking about what's your reality and this is what you see in your neighborhood. That's not the same thing. So miss me with that because I know somebody listening right now. They're gonna listen and they're gonna be like, well, I'm just keeping it real. No, I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. It ain't real to get rich off of the consistent bondage of your own people. But that's another story. I'll take up a whole another hour on that, bro. Trust me. Um, I I hate it, Will, man.
Yeah,
I
bro.
hate it,
I
bro.
feel you.
I hate it. I hate it. I can't respect that. You know, but that's another story, man. Ask me, what? Let's get to one more thing, that you really, really want to hear from me about, before we wrap up. I know I had said I had to be out,
Okay.
um, probably like 8 or maybe a little after 8. I really, really should be 8, but let's, because I'll be going on and on about
Yeah,
that,
it
man.
could
We could
be
talk
8,
about
man,
that on
because
another
I
episode.
haven't had dinner yet.
Okay,
Like it could
okay,
be it could be 8, man. I ain't had dinner yet, but I wanted to, because I always ask this question. Um,
okay.
Going with the topic with karma. A lot of people don't believe in karma, and do you believe there's a such thing as good karma and bad karma?
Absolutely. Some say karma, I say sowing and reaping. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? And it is.
Yeah. Hmm.
What I don't believe just because of that faith and because of that reality and truth. I don't believe I could just do something, bro, right here. And I say, oh God, forgive me in the name of Jesus. And he forgive me. And what I did right here is just gone. There's no consequence. There's no sowing and reaping. You know what I'm saying? You're saying karma. I'm saying sowing and reaping. The same thing, right? It's come back to you, right? So I believe in it, bro. I believe what you put out there, bro, is gonna come back. It's gonna come back.
Yeah.
That's why I treat people a certain way. I walk in forgiveness. I don't hold grudges, my brother. None of that. I don't do that. That's another thing with the killing. Like I was just talking about with the music, bro. It's the same stuff. Why is our people in the predicament we in? It's not just because of the man and the white man, dog, and all of the stuff, the oppression. Some of it is because what we put out
Yeah.
and come back.
Yeah.
You can't talk
Yeah.
about kill a nigga, kill a nigga, kill a nigga, kill a nigga, and then get put in a position and you kill a nigga and it don't come back.
Mm. Right. And to add on to that, I love this interview that Tupac did in prison when he was talking about, you know, don't just he was just talking about like listening to what people say, what they say in their lyrics, and ask yourself, is that real to you? Don't just bob your head to the beat, peep the game, and peep what I'm saying and hold us accountable for it. And I just think that people need to be held accountable of the things that they put out, because these kids don't know that this person is portraying a character. They a studio gangster. I would say
Yes,
90%
bro.
of the rappers isn't what they say.
They're not.
But we're dying. We're
Right.
dying because of a character that they portray in the studio. And I can't rock with that
Right.
myself, like, because I hate imposters. I hate jokers. I hate people who just, don't stand on what they believe and practice what they preach. Because that's what's really destroying a lot of us today. Because the gangster rap on the male side, but then you got the female side with the Cardi B's and the City Girls and Megan Thee Stallions and stuff like that. Like, y'all not giving positivity out. And maybe you get
No,
positivity
bro.
out, then maybe you would be able to sleep at night. But it's all about the money.
Come on.
And
Come
it's just
on,
sad,
bro.
bro.
It's vanity, bro. It's all vanity.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
vanity. Listen, Ruby Payne said it like this. She had a theory called the culture of poverty theory. And this theory asserts that people who are in poverty develop personality traits that perpetuate poverty. So while you're sitting up thinking that you got these personality traits of being a hustler, a player, a madam, you're an artist and you smooth and you all this and that, and you're putting out music that you're trying to talk about being rich and all these different things, but in reality, you're talking about stuff like selling drugs and stuff. That really perpetuates poverty. Because when you get caught, if
Hmm.
you don't get murked, robbed, killed, murked, when you get caught, where all your money go? You could end up in
Lawyer
pop. You could
fees
be
and
Yeah, you could be rich than the mud off
Yeah,
of selling drugs today and be broke tomorrow. Now I know somebody gonna try to get deep and technical. You see, that's why I stack my money. See, I sell drugs, but I got stocks and bonds, and I got a business over here. I got a baby mama. She doing hair and selling drugs and nails out the same house. But y'all know what I'm saying. You know.
right. I get
But
it.
yeah,
I get
bro.
what you're saying.
Yeah, bro. Absolutely, man. So yeah, man. But it's definitely been real, man. We can definitely come and do it. Yeah, anytime you want to kick it, man, and have me come back and rap with you on whatever, man, it's all is well with me, man. I definitely though, I'm gonna shoot you that info. And man, when you get a hold of that book, you really gonna want to come back and talk about it, man, because your love for music. And I already know you'll be able to vibe with it, man, and understand where I'm coming from in that book. Just using all the information. So, but whenever, whatever, man, just hit me up. Hit me up, man. I'm with it. You know,
Okay, bro, man. No problem, man. And thanks for coming by. Had a great time.
no doubt. Likewise, man. Grace and peace to you, my brother.
All right, bro, man. You take care.
All right, I'll see
Peace.
you around.